quite a bit of time in the country because we were very much on the outskirts, but I don't actually remember coming to Stonehenge. I've driven past loads of times, but I've never actually stopped. I've just slowed down to marvel at its beauty.
Very disappointed we can't go and touch the stones.
No, we're not allowed to, unfortunately. You're not a druid. I tell you what, we'll get you some druid wraps later on, and we'll see what we can manage. Anyway, you're back on the music scene after more than 10 years.
Yes.
What's it like? Is it a bit scary?
Do you know what? It's proved to be very hard work this time round. We have worked elsewhere in Europe and the States and things, but not actually in England. So it's quite exciting to have something out here, and so far it's looking, you know, quite good.
Yeah, your new single is called "Move in My Direction." I think we've got a little clip of that. Let's have a look. That looks absolutely fantastic. Now, that single, Move in My Direction, it was out on Monday.
Yes.
So go out and buy it now. That is that is the message. Absolutely. We're on it too fantastically. I remember Bananarama from when I was tiny, and Venus is obviously was a massive hit. It was #1 in America. But there are some things about Bananarama that people may not know, some of our younger viewers, that actually Bananarama have had more hits than the Spice Girls. They've sold more albums than Atomic Kitten, and they're officially the biggest girl band since the Supremes. That is not bad at all. Now, there are 2 of you now. There were 3.
Yes.
And what's happened to Siobhan?
Well, Siobhan left quite a long time ago, sort of at the end of the 80s. So we've been a duo now for quite a while. Sarah and I have known each other since we were 4, so we've grown up together, left home together, started the group together, and it's very natural for us to just stay as a duo.
No, 10 years in the music business is actually quite a long time, isn't it? To be off the scene. I suppose you have all the Pop Idol and all the rest of it. Has the music industry changed since you've come back in this time around?
I think the 80s was quite individual, you know, Duran, Spandau, Culture Club, they all were very identifiable, and I think now it is quite manufactured, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think if you form a band, personally for me, I would always want to write my own stuff and say how I wanted to look and be a part of that group.
Yeah, and do you think that the people that you're going to try and appeal to this time, are they going to be the fans that you had back in the 80s? 1982, I think, was your first single, wasn't it, with You Ain't What You Do? Ain't What You Do. Do you think it's going to be the fans that you're going to pick up again from then, or are you trying to sort of, you know, look to a new generation of music fans?
Well, I think both, really. I mean, we have, obviously, a sort of core following, and, like you say, people like yourself who remember us and sort of grew up with us, maybe, but I've been quite surprised when we've done sort of some radio road shows and stuff around the country, and you walk out and you see a sea of sort of teenage girls and you think, oh God, they won't know who we are. And then when we start singing the old stuff, they all join in and they all remember them. So hopefully they'll enjoy the new stuff as well.
Brilliant. So what's the plans for this year then? I imagine you're pretty busy.
Yes, we've got an album out in September, and if all goes well, we'd absolutely love to tour. So
Get a big show on the road.
Yeah, that would be brilliant.
Yeah.
And have you been working with any new bands? Have you got anyone lined up to support you?
No, we haven't
We'd
got
like
anyone
to
lined
work
up.
with Snoop Dogg. I think
That's our
great
ambition.
combo.
Who are the people that sort of the young people that you're seeing coming through now? The sort of, you know, the Will Youngs and that sort of genre. And what do you think of the sort of the new breed of pop star coming through?
Well, as far as girl bands go, I think the Sugar Babes are fantastic. I think they're quite like us when we started out.
Yeah, I quite like a lot of the new sort of more indie sort of rock stuff as well. I hear a lot of that at home, and quite like that stuff.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for being here. The album is out in September. You haven't got a name for it yet?
No.
But you could call it Stonehenge.
Why not?
You never know. You could just call it Rock. But the single is out at the moment. It's called Move in My Direction. It is out. It was out on Monday. It's going to be in the charts on Sunday, so go out and buy it. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. That's about it from Stonehenge for today. We are back in the studio tomorrow and at Great Yarmouth on Friday, so we'll see you then. Bye.
Well, thank you, Becky.